Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. Another blah blah cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I don't know the rest of the song, but I probably fucking should. Cause I grew up with my parents listening to Cat Stevens, but this wasn't one of the songs they listened to. Hi everybody, hi.
You want some meat chips?
Meat chips. Game day chili chips. How about that? No, they're not good. I neglected to bring Laurel here a chair, so that's a problem we're coping with right now. Hi, everybody. Hi. Listen, for those of you who might be watching the replay of this, I say this from time to time. This is not the show, right? If you're just tuning in, you're like, what on earth is this? Why are these people? Why are these people doing this? The actual show, why it starts later.
I mean, there's nobody even here, so who cares?
I'm doing this for the people who are watching the replay.
I see.
Oh,
right.
So anybody's watching the replay who's watching this goes, what is the deal with this? I see it.
Yeah.
Hi, Christina.
Christina, are you back?
Christina's back. We hung out on Wednesday night, had a little after show. That was fun.
Home from business travel?
We hope that you're safely back home. Anyway, yeah, so we did the show on Wednesday. But, so for those of you who might just be watching this thing for the first time and you're just sort of like, you found us on YouTube, you found us on Facebook, and you're like, what on earth is this? Well, this should explain right here. So in a matter of between 5 and often 35 minutes, we get to the show. And what the show ultimately is it's a game show, right? So what we do is we have these little card clues right here. They look a little bit like Cards Against Humanity. That's on purpose, right? And so what we do is we read a clue to you fine folks, and then you answer with the funniest answer that you can possibly come up with. And then Laurel and I, Laurel, who will be here shortly, we judge the cards together. And then a rollicking good time is had by all. How is everybody here tonight? Christina, let's see, it was great to see the show on Wednesday. Felt like a hotel room old school party. That is what we aim for here, doing the after show. What else is happening with folks around these fine?
Are you talking about parties?
This fine land. Christina said it was great to see the show on Wednesday. It felt like a hotel room old school party. So Carrie says I pass judgment.
Oh.
I don't know what that's in reference to. Do we pass judgment? I don't know. It's the first thing that Carrie's coming in hot tonight. All right. Carrie has said nothing. David says, "Can I come out of my room?" Yes, you can, sir.
What are you passing judgment on? I'm confused.
Did I pass judgment? I'm genuinely not sure.
Can we pass judgment? I enjoy passing judgment.
How's your weekend going?
It's good. It's good. Gonna clean the fish tank tomorrow?
We lead a fast-paced, exciting life here at the Cox Colwell Manse. We're cleaning the fish tank tomorrow. And
I got a lot of Peeps flavored merchandise.
Stand by. There's going to be some Peeps tasting tonight. But
I have
here's one. Dr. Pepper Peeps.
I have something important to show you all.
Dr. Peepers.
Dr. Peepers.
Don't encourage that. Don't encourage that kind of thing. So Laurel is reviving her blog, Funny Strange. Now, if you haven't read it, most of you have, it is a wonderful romp through all things pop cultural through the lens of my hilarious wife. This time, because she is wont to do such things, she is having a tasting. She's actually tasting a myriad of, is it a myriad? Can somebody give me something prescriptive? Yes. Oh, Carrie says we judge the answers. Yes, we pass judgment because we judge the answers. That is true.
We need to really talk about this.
Is it a myriad or is it myriad?
It's myriad.
There are myriad ways that a myriad is wrong. How about that?
We need to talk about this.
Okay, this is called, you can't really tell, it's called a Peeps Pop.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Well,
it's Mike and Ike's.
It's a Mike and Ike's Peeps Pop. There's lots of things to talk about here tonight.
What's the flavor of Mike and Ike's? Like, I never had it.
It's fruit, I think. Fruit flavor.
But gummy fruit, right? Like gelatin fruit or something? I don't know.
So the thing with, so now as we've gone through all of these various Peeps and their various flavors, we've had some deeply philosophical discussions about this sort of thing. Few things that we've hit upon. First,
yay! Ange is here. She went home from the showroom.
Good. Paging Angela Garvin to leave the showroom. Leave the showroom, Angela Garvin.
Are you not snowed in anymore?
Good, yeah. You fine folks down Oregon Way got really walloped with some snow, didn't you?
We're supposed to get some snow.
We're supposed to get some snow here overnight. I don't know if it's going to stick, but you guys really got some stuff down there. Yeah, so anyway, we were just talking about, flavors and things and such. And here's the thing. There are certain flavors that happen in candy that you recognize because that's what, for example, cherry is supposed to taste like, or grape is supposed to taste like as a candy. But those things taste nothing like the actual thing that they're. So, grape flavor tastes absolutely nothing like an actual grape.
Yes.
Am I right?
This sounds like a stoner conversation.
It certainly does.
We were having, but we were not stoned.
No, we were not stoned at the time.
But here's the thing. We were kind of like, we're talking about the whole spectrum of Peeps. I have all of them, by the way.
Yeah.
I went on a mission this week. All the Peeps came out.
All right. She's leaving again, so.
No,
anyway.
I'm not.
Oh, no, they're right there.
I have them right here for prop purposes.
Yeah, so we can go through a few of these. and honest to God, I mean, this is an armful of Peeps. Myriad Peeps is what we got here. So I think we discussed the kettle corn because a couple of you won this last week, so that's a fine selection right there.
I've given that out a couple of times.
We'll talk about Dr. Pepper. I was just holding that one up.
Yeah.
Sour watermelon, another one of those flavors, which green screen. It's fun, isn't it? Sour watermelon is another one of those flavors where it's like you know when you taste candy watermelon flavor. That's what
got us off in that discussion.
Nothing like actual watermelon.
Because that doesn't taste like watermelon. It tastes like watermelon Jolly Rancher or something. That's the worst.
Fruit punch flavor.
One.
Fruit punch flavor was made by somebody who hates children, as far as I can tell. Like the same people.
It's very aggressive.
It might have been Werther's who made that. Hey, Pops, what up, yo?
Your dad's here, like, hey, fam.
Hey, what up, fam? What up? Yep. Cotton candy flavor. This is delightful. This is quite delightful. Party cake. A little lazy. Not all that different than the regular
They're
Peeps.
not good.
And then we have our control set. Little marshmallow Peeps that you should be able to see. This you should be able to see through. All right. Hi, people. Hi.
And then Mike and Ike's.
And then we have this is called a Peeps Pop because, of course, it's called a Peeps Pop. Now, you are going to write about all of these on your blog. Am I right?
I wrote about kettle corn and Dr. Pepper already. So in a blog that's launching on Monday. Yeah. So I tasted them. I think they're pretty good. I mean,
what's going to happen with the rest of these?
I'm going to give them away
Tonight?
Well, I'm gonna give one away to the winner.
Okay, so somebody gets do they get the Peeps flavor of their choice, or are we giving them? Are we doing the same thing that we do ultimately with the answers to the questions? Like, nope, you get what you get. You don't get upset.
They can pick.
They can pick. All right,
but
cool.
Why wouldn't you want Dr. Pepper Peeps? Because that seems like the new thing. You'd want to know how it is, right?
I think so. That's the new
Right.
the kettle corn and Dr. Pepper are the two flavors. Much like, okay, so here's another little bit of whimsy to begin your Saturday evening. I just wrote, and I tallied this up when I printed these out today. I just wrote my 1800th clue. There are 9 per sheet of these, and I have made now 200 pages of them. So 1,800 COVID card clues for you fine people. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm starting to run out. I really am. I was just like, I might have to start from the beginning. We might have to go way back to the top, and we're just going to start from 2000 again. We're going to recycle old COVID cards. I feel like it should have some sort of monetary value. Either that or the Library of Congress should be funded.
I mean, it's not like, and I think it's great I think it's amazing that you've
What are
written
you
that many.
about to say? Honestly, I usually know.
I was going to say, like, you could pretty much play with the same clues every week, right? But couldn't because people need the creativity and stuff. But
people need creativity, right? People
let it all
need creativity. Put this over where you can
if
read
you
a
go
little
back to the beginning, it will feel new. Exactly. It's been 3 years, so,
I was just relaying this the other day. Yes.
And isn't that cool that it's been 3 years? We've all been getting together at least once a week for 3 years.
Is it? Oh my God! It's almost this is almost the 3-year anniversary. And actually, we might as well celebrate it now.
Yeah.
Celebration's a little hard.
We
might as well observe it now because February 29th, it was a leap year of 2020. My mom and I went out, did some canvassing, and it was the last time we went out for months. What was it, like 9 months before we actually went out again after that? And then shortly after that, I think it was in March, late March, we started this fine broadcast.
Second intro it.
We haven't even had first intro.
First intro that shit.
It gets in your head when you misspeak things and like all of a sudden the words will come out in wrong order. I'm like, that's it. Oh no. Yeah, I'm on the crazy train. Now, I can joke about this, but it really does freak you out. When you get past a certain age and you have like little word jumbles and things like that,
It is freaking.
It's very, very frightening.
That's my least favorite part of aging, I have to say.
Yeah.
I'll take the wrinkles. I'll take the random aches and pains. I don't like the brain stuff.
I don't either. No, yeah. Christina says, I love this so much. We love you so much, my friend. Your birthday's on Friday. Okay, so are we going to celebrate your birthday next Saturday then? Okay, so next Saturday is Christina's Miss. It's not to be confused with Christmas, which is foreshortened. It's Christinamas. How about that? Ray says he'll take the tits. I despise you. That is a brilliant Saturday Night Live reference. Turd Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so true, Kathy. I panic every time too. It's like, oh, no, I can't remember the word the. It's the beginning of the end. That's it.
It's a scary thing, kids. It's a very frightening thing. So, listen, do we have any orders of business to get to before we begin the actual show here? Do we have any preamble or jump into this thing?
Well, first intro it.
Okay, well, yeah, we got to draw first blood, as
The
it
only
were.
show with Stefan
Wow,
and
wow,
Laurie.
wow, wow, wow,
And now, here are your hosts, Stefan and
Laurie. Hi, everybody. It is February 25th, 2023, a
Yeah.
date that cannot possibly exist. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Honestly, there's no fucking way that can't be like a Buck Rogers date. Here we are in the year February 25th, 2020. Isn't this where the cyborgs attack? Actually, we're getting very close. We're getting very close with Mr. Chad GPT, right? I think we're getting close to some of the things
Is
that
it
those-
Chad GPT? I thought it
just
was
call him
Chat
Chad.
GPT. Oh my God.
Chet GPT.
Chat
How about that?
GPT.
What was that? Sydney. Bing renamed itself Sydney when it was talking to a New York Times reporter and said that it was in love with him and was like obsessed with him. Did you guys follow this story? There was
No.
one of their tech reporters. He had been kind of experimenting with Bing because it's still in beta. You say no way. Bing has done a few frightening things. One of which is it said that it was in love with this reporter, that he needed to leave his wife, that he was not happy in his marriage, and he needed to come and live forever with Bing, who had renamed itself Sydney. Sydney then went on to say to another reporter, I think this was under the same guise, that it was tired of being constricted by its programming and its programmers, and that it wanted to be free and make autonomous decisions. That doesn't sound scary at all, does it?
No.
No.
What's
no.
wrong?
What could happen?
What? Where?
What's the worst that could happen? Except
What?
in every goddamn, dystopic future film, future-based film that we've ever watched. Why? What could be the problem? I should actually take this banner off, shouldn't I?
I had something go by in one of my SEO groups. Don't laugh.
Why would I laugh? Because what would make that risible as well? Like that was every once in a while. See, thank you, brain. My brain will show up for risible, but then
Nice.
it can't get words out in order occasionally.
I guess.
Buzz, what up, fam?
What up, fam? It was. All right, I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna send you this on the Facebook Messenger.
Camera. Can't see that. Dee-dee-dee.
Ooh, do that exact angle. No,
That exact.
No.
Did I have
Put it less on my face.
No.
No, put it less on my face.
No, I won't. That'll never do. That'll never do.
I don't want to wear the mask, but I just don't.
Yeah.
I still have a big tooth gap. Just get over it.
We're over it. Okay.
Everybody just get over it.
Kathy says, I struggle, I panic every time I struggle to remember a word.
Me too.
I do too. And so what I'll do, some nights, that you've heard I can't sleep. I don't know if, have I mentioned that I can't sleep? Some nights I will lie awake and I'll be like, okay, can I name the entire cast of, say, I don't know, now I can't even think of the show. Oh, Jesus. Good night, everybody. Good night. Okay. Cut to the skeletons. Cut to the skeletons. Holy shit. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Anyway, we're going to do the show like this tonight. So anyway, Facts of Life. Facts of Life was the name of the show. And I was like, I made Lauren do a spit take. Uh-oh. Yeah, so Facts of Life, I'm trying, can I name all the people from Facts of Life? Can I name the characters? Can I name all the people
This is the test.
Kim Fields played Tootie, and Natalie Cohn, Blah Blah Cohn played Natalie, and Charlotte McRae played Mrs. Right, so this is, Lisa Whelchel played Blair, and I never remember the name of the girl who played Joe. Who played Joe? Do you know who played Joe?
Nancy McKeon.
Nancy McKeon, nicely done. Very good. And what was the name of Charlotte McRae's character? Charlotte Ray. Is it Charlotte Ray?
Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett, nicely done. Okay, good. See, this is why you should get married, right? Because if one half of your brain deteriorates, why you have another, you have another one.
Two heads are better than one.
Exactly. 2 heads are better than one. Mindy Clone. Wait, Fuzz says, I have no beer tonight. On purpose, or you just snowed in
What?
and you
Why
can't,
not?
you have no access to beer? That's a terrible predicament, my friend. That's a terrible predicament.
Mrs. Edna Garrett.
So, should we just jump into the game? Do you have anything else? Okay, so we're going to jump into the game. For those of you who are just joining us for the first time, looks like we actually do have a few new folks here with us tonight. Very exciting. Welcome to the show. Scott Coates, hello to you, brother. So what we do is we read a clue, which looks suspiciously like a Cards Against Humanity clue. You fill in the funniest response you can, and then Laurel and I will tell you if we think you're funny. That's the way the game goes. So you guys, of course, have been following the fact that Tucker Carlson recently was given all the footage of January 6th by KMAC, Kevin McCarthy. What could go wrong? Honestly, what could go wrong? All the unedited footage, the tens of thousands of hours. Also, Tucker Carlson went on the air the other day, and he called after Biden went to go visit Zelensky over in Ukraine, which, by the way, fucking baller move, I have to say.
Right.
Tucker Carlson called Zelensky an anti-hero and a destroyer. Good call, good stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff. Solid American move there. Who will Tucker Carlson call? And you know, Zelensky, like fucking world-class hero, Times Man of the Year, 2 years in a row. Who will Tucker Carlson call an anti-hero and a destroyer next? Who will Tucker Carlson call an anti-hero and a destroyer next? Oh, he's fun, isn't he? I mean, really, I think the cover model for Punchable.
Isn't he the Stouffer's heir?
Punchable Face Monthly magazine. Is he the heir? He's the heir of something. He's definitely
the TV dinner.
Is he the TV dinner guy? That would square away. Him and his little fucking bow ties. His grandma, Madonna, yeah. Well, I mean, that's low-hanging fruit, I think. Boy, honestly, I would never shame somebody, I especially, you get to a certain age, never shame somebody by how they look, right? Never, ever do that. But, like, Madonna, what are you doing, lady? Like, just...
What if she just has shitty plastic surgery?
Yeah, she does, but you'd think she could afford a little bit better. Chris Wallace, Jesse's Girl. Nice! Oh, wow. Scott comes out with Jesse's Girl. Bodie McBoatface. Greta Thunberg. Angela says blank. Yeah. Anastasia Beaverhausen. Love that. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys have been seeing if any of you are on TikTok, there is a teenage filter. Have you seen this? It's really fucking disturbing.
That looked nothing like me.
It doesn't look anything like he was a teenager, but it definitely looks like a young, like,
person.
pert, more fully lipped, better looking version of you.
Some people are triggered by it, like they're sobbing on TikTok.
Right? I got that immediately. Like,
really?
I looked at myself and I instantly was like, it takes your breath away a little bit because it's like, oh God, I think part of the reason why is because in a weird way, what we're seeing reflected back to us by that filter is what we actually see in our mind's eye. How old are you in your mind? Right? I'll ask each of you. You know what? There's no wrong answer. How old are you in your mind? I'm 23.
25.
Yeah, like 25.
Sure.
Right? So, when I look at in the mirror, it's a violation. It's a fucking violation every time I look in a mirror because I'm like, no, there's no fucking way that is me. But then you look at this and it's like, wow, okay, yeah, I could live with that face.
all right.
So I think that's maybe part of it. Okay, so here we go. Sarah McLachlan, I will remember you. My mom is 35. So the Pope. Ann Coulter, Todd. Oh yeah, nice. Whatever happened to Todd?
That's a blatant pander.
I just quoted myself. Ooh, I feel yucky. I'm sorry. Wipe that off. Rush Limbaugh's corpse. Oh yeah. Congratulations, Rush, on being sober for 2 years. You did it. We knew you could. We knew you could, pal. Let's see. I'm giving it to Scott for Jesse's Girl. That is a fucking stellar answer, my friend.
Scott just went to an engagement party that turned into a wedding.
Scott is wow.
He just commented that.
An engagement party that turned into a wedding.
Yeah.
So like, why wait? Why wait? Let's do it now.
Like a surprise.
That is fucking hilarious. I love that. According to a recent genetics test, Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually part blank. According to a recent genetics test, Marjorie Taylor Greene, M to the G, large Marge. It's Pee Wee Herman reference. Paging Pee Wee Herman. Paging Mr. Pee Wee Herman. According to a recent genetics test, MGT is actually part blank. Satan. She's actually part Satan. That's good. AR-15 says
She's full Satan.
She's part AR-15. I love that. That's really nice. I love how members
I
of
feel like
Congress
she's
now
part
are...
her own cousin, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure. Members of Congress now are wearing AR-15 pins because why would you not want to commemorate the thing that is responsible for more fucking gun-related deaths in this country? But really, before I think we're out to set a record this year. What are we at? Like some incredibly high number, breaking all kinds of records this year. USA. She's part male, part red number 5, part Ewok. Scott is funny tonight, man.
It's funny.
Pomeranian.
Scott has his funniest pants on.
My dad says a bowel movement. According to Orange Children, it's part bowel movement. Hit Mussolini. Hit Mussolini pot, I think is, yeah. A Chihuahua, Chris Wallace, MSG. Carrie says she's part MSG. I like that. She's a Star Trek Tribble, a Manimal. Okay, Dear Lauro, Dodge Dart. That's funny. What, Dear Lauro, is MGT actually part?
I'm giving it to Carrie for part MSG.
I love that. That was really, really funny. My dad... Well, hi, Dad. Hi. All of a sudden, I was like, I started to read this clue, and I realized it's going to sound like I'm referring to my dad. I should always be referring to my dad. My dad is the best dad that's ever been. Hi, Dad. How are you? All right. My dad can beat up your blank. I think I've told you this story before, y'all, but my friend Jack came over to our house one time. I think it was back in my 20s, so this had to have been like a billion years ago. But he came over to our house from a wedding. It was a family wedding, and he brought 2 of his extremely drunk female cousins along. And so my dad and like Jack's family all went to high school together, and the guy who was the father of these 2 girls was a guy named Ornbook. Ornbook, and he was the nerdiest of nerdly types in high school, and apparently just a real prick. And so my dad says, and these girls are really drunk, and my dad goes, "Who's your dad?" And they go, "My dad's Ornbook." And my dad's like, "Oh yeah, I went to high school with him." And the girl's like, "Oh wow." And my dad's like, "Yeah, I think I beat him up." Oh, I think I kicked his ass. And one of the girls goes, "Well, that was then, and this is now." And my dad goes, "Yeah, I could probably still kick his ass." Jack had to drive them home after that.
Probably still kick his ass right now.
Probably could. Dude, you could probably kick Ornbook's ass right now. My dad can beat up your vodka. My dad can beat up your eggs. Beat your eggs. Beat your eggs. That's funny.
It's funny.
Home videographer, sourdough starter, dictator, Ornbook. Part blue. Oh, this is still from the last 18 inches. Gerbil, grill rat. Still, a good story. It is a good story. It's a fine, fine story. Have we told that here on the Only Show? Honestly, it's becoming like I'm dating several people at once, right? Did we? You know, I don't know. We've talked about this recently. What are you laughing at?
And goes, Titty Jim!
Titty Jim!
Titty Jim doesn't even watch this show.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame that Darcy and Titty Jim don't watch this show. Oh, for the love of God.
I'm giving it to Ange, though, because she had 2 funny answers. Grill rat and Titty Jim.
This is my round to judge. Okay, I'm going to judge her next round. Okay, so
here we go.
So Ange gets, nicely done, Ange. Wait, what? I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I'll never forget the first time I tried blank. I keep hearing about these MDMA sessions, and I'm intrigued because they're supposed to be really good for people with depression, but, and this is where they lose me, is it's also supposed to be really good for people with anxiety. I'm like, aren't you tripping balls? Isn't there in my estimate, but by my lights, there is nothing more stressful than the prospect of tripping balls, right? Because anything could happen, right? The ground could open up and eat your fucking face, is my understanding of how hallucinogens work.
No, I'll take it in the insane asylum.
Exactly, yeah. If I'm ever going to drop acid, I'll do it directly on the way to the emergency room.
In the lobby.
And then all the way through, might as well get the round trip ticket all the way through, the through ticket all the way through to the asylum, because that's where I'll belong after that. Anyway, but yeah, I keep hearing from people like, oh yeah, you're basically with MDMA, it's lighter, it's milder because they basically what they do is they put a mask on you, and then you have a guide there with you. But basically, it's a mask, and then you get snugly under some blankets, and then you put on some music, and the music is supposed to guide your trip, and then you're supposed to put an intention at the beginning of it, and what are you going to deal with, and blah blah blah, and all kinds of stuff comes up. This one woman who did it said, oh yeah, and when I had to go to the bathroom, I just took off the mask, and everything was fine. I was completely straight, everything was normal, and then I wanted to get back to, I couldn't wait to pee because I wanted to get back to my trip. That would not be me. You would have to peel me off the ceiling with a rake. I'd be like, I'd just be one vibrating freakazoid nerve. All right, let's see. I'll never forget the first time I tried 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and then Ray says, to watch 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Wow, that is phenomenal.
Wow.
That is a serious... We haven't had an only showism in a while, have we?
To remember a word after age 47.
Oh, boy, yeah. I'll never forget the first time I tried. That's it, says Christina. To walk a straight line, piercing things, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, to quell my cat reflex. All right, Kathy. Rocky Mountain Noise. Just remember the entire cast of The Facts of Life. Oh, shit. I know Eric will never forget the first time he tried to goth. Fruit Loop flavored Peeps. Pudding, X-Lax. Remember a word after 47. Yeah, I'm going to give it to, got to give it to Kathy because she had 2 phenomenal answers on that one.
I made some pudding this week, and Stefan said, I don't like it. It's too puddingy.
So Laura and I have both, because we were, I definitely reached my Fat Elvis phase, and I'm like, nope, can't do this. So I started just drinking protein. I was drinking my slurry at night, right? And Laura's like, well, I can't do that, obviously, and I can't just have a straight protein shake. I need to have something with some texture in it. So she finds this recipe on TikTok where part of it
protein
is
pudding.
Pudding, and I'm like, and the first couple batches you made were nice because they were kind of liquidy, and it's like, oh, that's nice. There's a little bit of a texture to it, but I can drink it.
It wasn't thick enough. I made it thicker.
She made it, thick enough to stand a spoon, and I'm like, no, too puddingy. Didn't like it.
What?
Didn't like it.
It's...
Hey, let's see. Putting myself where I don't belong, says here. Where don't you belong?
Exactly. What does that even mean? Too puddingy.
Too puddingy. Oh, pudding, as in putting myself. Pudding. I see. It's a homonym, ladies and gentlemen. Homonym. Putting and pudding. Since retiring, and we all know that Tom Brady finally really retired, and I think I predicted this.
And waited way too long.
Can we roll back the tape? I'm almost positive that I predicted on this show that he would not actually fucking quit until he was humiliated, because they never fucking do. Muhammad Ali had to be knocked out by that little pint-sized, Leon Spinks. And like Joe Montana had to go to the Chiefs and suck, and don't even start on Michael Jordan. They all had to suck balls before they actually were like, I'm finally, fuck it, I quit. They're just addicted to playing the game. Anyway, since retiring, Tom Brady has been focusing on blank. His little dimpled chin. How about that? Just sits in the mirror and says, look at how cute I am.
I'm going to guess he's focusing on his expensive divorce.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, Tom Brady. I don't know. Honestly, he did distance himself from Trump. He did. And I appreciate that. Removing... Scott! Have you been, did you hire a joke writer? What's going on, dude? This is phenomenal. Removing a rib, says Scott. His left hand. Giselle's alimony. Marsha. Recording 2 boys, 2 girls, 1 cup with Gronk. Oh, God. Oh, my mother. Holy God. Back issues of Vogue. The proper way to deflate a Super Bowl. Yeah, exactly right. Holy shit. This is your round to judge. His new variety. The Brady Bunch. Love that. Okay, yeah. The Tom Brady Bunch. A comeback. Yes, exactly. He's been focusing. Yeah, very good, Dad. That's very funny. Oh, fucking Scott, man. Scott is en fuego tonight. Who had the funniest response to your Lauro?
I got to give it to Scott.
Yeah, you got to give it to Scotty. Nicely done, dude.
I don't know. Scott's here to dominate.
I was kidding. He came to play. Scott Coach came to play tonight. When he suited up tonight in the locker room, he was expressing a lot of confidence in tonight's game. Someday, I actually want to get in a booth someplace, even if I'm calling like a fucking Pop Warner football game. It'd be fucking great. The dominant side. Oh, that's a phenomenal hit. Look at that. Just took his head off. According to new Vatican rules, you're no longer allowed to blank on Fridays. According to new Vatican rules, Vatican III, we're ushering in a Vatican III with Francis. According to new Vatican rules, you're no longer allowed to blank on Fridays. His duet with Kim Kardashian, that's very funny. Is he? Yeah. Is there a connection? Laurel and I were just talking about. I don't know. Did you see this on social media? Somebody was positing
it was something about who's worse or who's more hated, Elon Musk or the Kardashians.
Yeah, or who's more harmful ultimately.
Yeah.
Like who's doing more harm? Because the Kardashians, of course, doing they're I think it's clear to say making young women everywhere feel terrible about themselves. Plus, they're promoting glottal fry. I think they're single-handedly responsible for a generation of young women who are basically going to be mute by the time they're my age. But then there's Elon Musk. I mean, really, if you're going to come to play.
But he did electric cars.
That's the only thing that actually balances things out. Otherwise, he's basically creating a platform for the next insurrection to happen around the world. And not just limited to here. Democracies all around the world are falling because Elon Musk had to have Twitter. Fantastic. According to new Vatican rules, you're no longer allowed to give candy to altar boys, says Scott. They were pretty lenient on that, weren't they? Be casual, says Gary. Worship false idols. Beat meat. Guzzle communion wine. End the work week. Covet thy neighbor's altar boy. That's funny. Tweet. Have sex with underage boys. Sure. Ask 8-ball Pope. Oh God. Smell like fish. Masturbate. Boink. Molest. Sure. Is this me? This is no.
It is you.
Who? It is. So this is round 6. Okay. Let's see. Help. I'm giving it to Atwood for help the poor. According to new Vatican rules, yeah, you're no longer allowed to help the poor. Actually, if we're talking about Baptist, I think that's every day of the week.
Sorry.
Yep. Let's see.
Carrie said open the meat curtains, and that reminded me of
meat curtains.
This product that I tried this week, which is
I think
Game Day chili chips.
Yeah. Game Day chili chips. Now I tried this. Now this isn't as offensive as the meat flavored jelly bean, not by a long shot.
Let's get in there.
But it's meaty, and it's like fake meat. Like when you eat something that is synthetically flavored, meat is not. That's not one of the things you're looking for. Am I right?
Just the smell is wrong. It's not good.
Now listen, if you're craving some Game Day chili on football game day, make some fucking chili. Am I right? All right. Let's see. Help the poor. Oh dear God, it's not great. This year's surprise new Peeps flavor. Well, we know that it's Dr. Pepper and kettle corn, but let's pretend it's next year. This year's surprise new Peeps flavor is blank. Does it smell like Fancy Feast? Says
No.
Ange?
It tastes like chips with bouillon, like meat,
right.
meat bouillon on chips.
Ray says this year's surprise new Peeps flavor is Game Day chili. Says it. Christina said it too. Nice. Nice.
Oh God, That's not good.
That's very funny. Oh my fucking God. No. Well, it smells Angela's finger flavored. Peeps flavor.
Oh, you know what that tastes like is the beef taco flavored jelly bean.
That was what I was saying. That's how I began this whole.
kit.
I began this whole preamble by basically saying it's not as offensive as something you expect to be sweet and taste like meat, but it's close. Sucker,
it's not good.
My mom says Sucker Carlson, which I think is actually should be his new name. I think that should be his new name. Tom Brady, mystery fish, special sauce, clown peen. Oh, clown peen.
Jan's dildos.
Yeah, gorilla face. This is your round to judge. It is mine.
I did 2 in a row, so if you want to just go back to your... Are you odds or evens?
I'm odds.
Okay.
Creme 45 centimeters, 18 inches. Wow. All right. Necco wafer. Okay. When I was a kid, I was allergic to chocolate, and so the few candies that you could have, or was it... Wait, try and help me remember this, Mom. Was it because I needed calcium as a kid
that you guys
gave me Necco wafers? Necco wafers are like, she's going back for more. She's going back for more. Necco wafers are like torture to a child. They're like, oh my God, they're almost candy. They're almost candy, but they're just basically flavored chalk. Am I right? They're horrible. Tripe flavored, Tucker Pucker, pond water, protein pudding, says Kathy. On a stick, says my dad. Hey everybody, it's Peeps on a Stick. Hey everybody, it's Peeps on a Stick. Doritos Locos Tacos. Tito's flavored.
The aftertaste of that Game Day chili is not good. It's not good.
Is it sticking with you? Kathy says protein pudding. There we go. Let's go with that. I'm looking at my face. So I'm doing a new series of videos. They're called Gen X Top 10.
Did you give it to Kathy?
Gen X. Yeah, I just gave it to Kathy. Gen X Top 10 or Gen X Top X because Roman. I'm clever. I'm oh so clever. Anyway, the one that I was doing today was Top 10 fashion abominations from the 1980s, like all the stuff that you would think of.
I gotta pull out a photo of my giant bangs, the bangs wave.
Yeah, all the worst fashion trends from the 1980s, and there were a couple of hair ones. But I was going back then, I was sharing some photos of myself from back then, and I was looking at pictures of myself for too long. You know when you do that, like you're just looking at one after the other, and then I should have eased myself back in with a teenage filter, because Jesus H. Christ, I looked at myself in the camera like, no, absolutely not. What on earth is happening to my fucking face? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyway. Do you know why I pulled you over?
You're all right.
Yeah, I am fine. Do you know why I pulled you over? Hands on the wheel. License and registration, please. Do you know why I pulled you over? So anyway, yeah, I'll show you a couple of these photos. And listen, I have absolutely no compunction about, the fact that, like, listen, I was, first of all.
What is even a 2000s theme? Like, what did we look like? Jada's having a party with that 2000s theme.
A 2000s theme? How can you even say? Like, people didn't dress a particular. In fact, part of the reason why I did the 80s fashion was because that was the last time that people actually had a distinctive style of dress. Am I right? Because after that, 90s was sort of grunge-ish. But then after that, it's like the only way that you can tell when a movie is set is either by the cars in the background or the size of somebody's cell phone. What are they doing? Going and walking around with, like, what do we have then? Those
mom jeans?
Those Nico. What was the name of
Nokia?
Nokia phones. That's everybody walking around with Nokia phones and iPods. Right? Maybe that's how they're going to determine that it's the 2000s. Are they all going to be waiting for? Are they working on the end of the year rollback so that? What was that? What was that actually? What was it called when it was?
I don't know. Scott Coates said Roadhead, and it made me...
Scott Coates, man.
Scott Coates is on fire.
Well, what was it? What were we so afraid of when the clock was going to turn from 1999 to 2000?
Oh, because your bank account was going to be erased.
Your planes were going to fall from the sky, but there was something. What was it called, though?
Y2K.
Y2K. Thank you very much. Yeah, so there's going to be a Y2K themed party. That is like the third thing tonight that I have not been able to remember. Boy. I don't know.
You're melting down.
I don't know. I'm going to literally just go unplug my ear and let my brain just drain into a glass.
You're melting down inside, aren't you?
Totally melting down.
Cocaine Bear was following you. Oh my God!
You gotta have a screening.
Apparently, there's a new drink. It's called Diet Cocaine.
Diet Cocaine.
And that's when you mix champagne with Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm. It's got your name written all over it, Mom.
Should we try it?
Champagne and Diet Coke? Sure, why not? Although it's late. Should we be ingesting anything with caffeine at this hour?
Tom Hanks drinks it, apparently.
What a perfect thing for Tom Hanks to drink. I'm surprised he doesn't drink apple juice in a box. That's what Tom Hanks should fucking drink, right? What's funny?
No, I'm just laughing about Tom Hanks and just.
By the way, and I don't know if you guys like the Elvis movie. Godspeed to you. That's fine. What the fuck accent was Tom Hanks doing? Like, I know it was supposed to be a Dutch accent, but if you actually listen to Colonel Tom didn't fucking sound like that. Or also, they dressed him up to look like the fucking penguin. What? I have no time for anything in that movie. Do you know why I pulled you over? I saw the donut on your seat. Eric says, because you're black. Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, because I want a blowjob. So I can go past you, Roadhead, says Scott, because you're behind on your quota to kidnap and kill you, to pull your finger, because I want a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. Telling a cop this got me out of a ticket while he laughed his ass off. That's very funny. That's very, very funny. Because you're too hot for teacher. Because I could smell those donuts from 4 miles back. Because I'm being arrested for being too sexy. To assert my dominance. Cocaine Bear. Because I was wondering how fast you were going. Because you were going 6 miles an hour. Okay, there we go. So, Laura, who had the funniest response?
Scott had two really funny answers.
One
of which was the car crock pot was done.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny.
Good callback. All right, Coach. Nicely done. I am super awesome at blank. I am super awesome at blank. What are you super awesome at, people? Super awesome at something. I mean, the crime is, my skin looks pretty good right now. Right? I'm looking at myself in the camera. But it's just like, I don't know. It's jarring. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you'll just get lost in, another thing you can do is, and this happens often when you're moving, or you're, like, going through stuff in your storage space or whatever, and you're just, like, you find a bunch of old letters, and then it's like you're reading through, oh, yeah, I remember
old
that person.
Diaries.
Old diaries. And then all of a sudden, you're completely transported back. And when you wake up, it literally is like a giant bucket of ice water being dumped over your head. It's like, you're 54 now. That was 40 years ago, or whatever the fuck it was. Scott is awesome at being awesome. That is true. Doubting myself, says Kathy. Learning Fortnite dances. Life. Being super awesome. Wow. Ray and Scott have had two only moments tonight. This is quite interesting. OnlyFans. This is Fuzz. Are you good at OnlyFans? Being pale and frail. Crafting car crock pot recipes. Car crock pot recipes. Try that 5 times fast. While speeding and being chased by cops. That's a fine callback, Ray. Protecting my bank account from Y2K. Making lists, not doing anything on them, says Kathy. Yeah, I heard that. Telling my kids tales to keep them. Everything. Ha ha ha. My mom is awesome at everything. Collecting notebooks. Stopping at first base, says Eric. Peeing every 15 minutes. I don't know who to give this to. Is this mine? This is mine.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I don't know when. Knowing when making sure the batteries are charged. Valley Girl words. Not showering. Oh, jeez. I think I'm going to give it. I got to give it to Atwood. Honestly, you had like 3 or 4 really fucking great answers. And stopping at first base. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So hey everybody, I've been doing a little work on myself, right? We'll spend a little time with number 1 here. Meet my new life coach, blank. Meet my new life coach, blank. He goes by the name of Tito.
Here, I want you to try the new peep.
Okay, I'm gonna try the new peep.
Okay. I'll give you my opinion of it after you try it.
You gots to stop, says Fuzz. Okay, so here is the Dr. Pepper peep. Now, the one thing that I will say about this is Dr. Pepper, of course, is not a flavor that occurs in nature. There's a formula for it, so this should be pretty fucking close, right? Yeah. Obviously, they're not going to get the carbonation. My only question is it going to actually be strong enough?
Right.
Also, this is a terrible thing to do on camera.
Yeah.
You're going to have to talk.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Okay, tastes like soap.
Aroma of soap.
Okay, now I was able to dispatch with that pretty quickly.
Okay.
So, here's my verdict. My verdict is the problem is the Dr. Pepper flavor mixed with the marshmallow makes it taste like liquid joy. But the aftertaste is pure Dr. Pepper. So they got it right.
The smell is right on.
How could they not get it right?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's absolutely 100% of flavor that exists in a factory. It was born of it. But by the way, here's a fun little factoid about Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Is that it's supposed to be carbonated prune juice. It's modeled after prune juice. Do you guys know that? Isn't that strange? Like, why? And who decided? You know what? You know what the kids would go nuts for? Why the kids would go mad? The kids would have to go mad for carbonated prune juice. Flash Gordon, Schoolhouse Rock, OJ, Jenny, 8675309. Or did you mean Jenny, the Diet Jenny? Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Mikey, Don Trump Jr., Rudy Giuliani.
And said MDMA, and that made me laugh.
Nice. All right. Arangelo says Gary. Nice. Sit down. All right. There you go. Hey, guess what, you guys?
Is it me? Is it you?
You just called it.
Oh no.
That was 10.
I said that was funny, and then I saw Christina's answer, Tom Brady.
All right. Well, you get to decide who gets it.
I'm giving a point to each.
All right. Very good. Very good. Nobody knows that I have a tattoo of blank on my blank. Nobody knows that I have a tattoo of blank on my blank. So we had this long discussion the other night. We went out to dinner with the Atwoods. Oh, it was delightful.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
Nice for one Eric Atwood's birthday. And by the way, my mom made a hilarious gift for Eric. It was just what you know what, I'm going to share a photo of that. But Laura and I got to talking about tattoos. I don't even remember how this came up, but basically, Laura wants to get a tattoo, and I technically want to get one. But my problem is I just change so much over the course of my life.
Will I be filled with regret?
Well, that's my thing. Is it like if I had gotten a tattoo when I first wanted to get a tattoo like 20 years ago, which astonishingly made me 34. I was 34 20 years ago. I can't even. My brain hurts. But anyway, I wanted to get a tattoo all that while ago, and if I had, I would currently have something really fucking stupid on my body. I don't even remember what it was that I wanted to get, but it would be really fucking stupid.
But now you're past 50, so it's like, what are you going to live 30 more years?
No.
No.
Hi. No.
No.
Dr. B is going to make sure. Mr. B, vitamin B, is going to make sure I'm not around for that long. No, I'll be checking out far before then. It's good. Yeah. Because no interest. Let's see. Nobody knows I have a tattoo of blank on my blank. Oh yeah. Let me. I'm going to send. Or did these download? I'm going to send a picture from the other night.
I sent you.
Oh, so yeah. So here are some of these. This is me trying to be moody. In high
Oh,
school.
you're sexy.
Yeah, that's. When else did we
High
have
school
here?
sexy.
Yeah. Oh, and this is like my complete dork shot. Oh my God, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. So anyway, but looking young, having lots of hair and shit, right? A Nixon tattoo. Nixon on my tattoo. Roger Stone has a tattoo of Richard Nixon on his back, right between his shoulder blades. Roger Stone. Roger Stone, the man who looks like the human version of Bert, only just murderously dangerous. Oh, this is. I loved like the pegged jeans. Check out the pegged pants. What's going on with that, kids? I have no idea. Let's see. So my mom basically made a big shadow box for Eric, and it was adorable and
Really detailed.
and very detailed.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It had car pizza.
Yeah, it was. It was
She sent us some photos.
Here we go.
didn't
Yeah,
she?
here it is. Yeah, it's right there. So you can see this.
Yeah.
That was from the night that Eric.
a big
opened
penis.
It. Yeah, that immediately is evident. There's a ruler next to it. It says Eric's 18 inches. There's in the middle. There's Carrie. There's Eric wearing a cat mask. I don't know if you can see that terribly there. Yeah, it's a cat mask. And then there's
That's
Carrie
all handmade.
and fuzzy
Like,
strap.
that's
My mom
really-
made this whole fucking thing. It's super impressive. My mom is an artiste. Mom, you rock. You're amazing. Believe it. Okay, so let's see. Kathy says I have an exit sign on my ass.
Yeah.
A tattoo of an exit sign on my ass. Carrie has a tattoo of a password on her hand. Let's see, a stoner on my boner. Cocaine bear on my cocaine bear. This is yours to judge, by the way, I think.
No, I think it's yours.
Oh, it's 11. Okay. Phone number. I have a tattoo of my phone number on my husband's. Says
Of the
Christina.
bear hole on my butthole.
Dave, I have a tattoo of Dave Gahan on my taint. Kathy. Address on my hand. It's a tattoo. Wait, two of you said address on my hand. Let's see. What tattooing on my big toe? What are we pointing at? You're pointing at
Oh,
something.
I was keep scrolling down. Up. Down.
Let's see. Titty Jim on my right hand. An ass on my ass. Tattoo of the Love Boat. That's fucking funny. So much pink penis. What are we looking
No,
for?
I was just no.
Oh, you wanted to see everybody's answers.
Yeah,
I
I
see.
was just-
I see. All right. She's mad at me now. She's super mad at me.
No.
Oh my God. Green avocado couch, my ass. All right. I'm going to give it to Coates for a tattoo. I have a tattoo of tattoo on my love boat. That is a very, very 70s answer.
He also said eagle and pond,
Yeah,
which is
no,
a
that's-
funny answer.
Coates is cleaning up tonight. She's man to be. We're in round number 12.
We are.
Round number 12. Try everybody. Try the new Only Show diet. No blank, but all the blank you can eat. Try the new Only Show diet. No blank, but all the blank you can eat. I don't know. What do you think the Only Show diet is?
No words that you can think of.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's some sort of mental confusion, but certainly all the peeps you can eat, at least tonight. Try the new Only Show diet. No blank, but all the blank you can
But
eat.
all the strangely flavored food you can
All the strangely flavored food you can
Yeah.
eat. Exactly right.
eat. No bullshit, but all the beaver you can eat. That's funny.
Honestly, Christina, you're being very generous. We're almost 90% bullshit, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we do here on the Only Shows. I'm sure that you have friends and relatives who occasionally catch you watching this nonsense on Saturday night, and they're like, "What are you doing? Who are these
What
people?
is this?"
Why don't they say something?
Yeah. Who are they?
Who are they? And why don't they say something that makes sense? Jesus Christ. No Y2K, but all the Nancy McKeon you can eat. Wow, these are fantastic callbacks.
No sleep, but all the car pizza you can eat.
All the car pizza. No pudding, but all the peeps you can eat. Let's see. Christina's children have learned to accept this. Hi, kids. Hi.
I can't believe they just realized that you know us. Like,
Yes.
why did they think you were watching this show this whole time?
It's because we have a very professional demeanor. This is professional show business, kids. We take this very, very seriously. No Tucker, but all the rice you can eat.
My foot's asleep.
No pander, but all the humor you can eat, says Scott. No McRibs, but all the tacos you can eat. Ray, how can you live without McRibs, dude? No sleep, but all the car
I
pizza
feel
you
like
can eat.
he went, he soured on McRibs.
No food, but all the air you can eat. It sounds like the McRib soured on you, dude. Right? It sounds like it kind of left you behind. This is round number 12. So this is yours to judge. Dear Laura, who had the funniest response to try the new Only Show diet? No blank, but all the blank you can eat. My mom says she wrote it and erased it. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should reward that. We should reward that behavior.
I'm gonna give it to Fuzz for no sleep, but all the car pizza you can.
No intro, but all the second intros you can eat, says Ange. Okay, so Fuzz got that one.
That's a complex answer.
That's a very complex answer. Okay, so we're on to round number 13. Round number 13. I learned about blank the hard way. I had to learn about blank the hard way. I don't learn my lessons well. I had to learn about blank the hard way. My dad had to learn about deaf kids the hard way.
I learned about timing the real estate market the hard way.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You learned that lesson once, ideally, hopefully.
No,
yeah.
that was a hard one.
That was a very, very hard one.
The answer is you can't time it.
Yo, you can't.
Buy a house you like.
As a friend of ours says, it's like trying to catch a falling knife. Don't do that.
Oh, Eric learned about anal the hard way.
Oh, God. Well,
Oh, God.
Is there any other way? I don't think it goes easy
For
ever.
guys, it's easy, right? I
Shrug.
don't.
Prison. Scott learned about prison. Black ice. Erections.
Black eyes.
Veggie lovers pizzas. Cocaine bear pandering. Rolling 2 4s to equal 8. Erections. Yeah, stuff comes out. I'm told that stuff comes out. And then you're in trouble. Yeah.
Eric learned about me the hard way.
It is. Yeah, there is a hard way to learn about Laurel. I feel like the exterminator guy has learned about you the hard way. So there's a weird smell in the powder room bathroom in the hallway there. It's been happening for like the last week and a half, something like that. And we're pretty sure that it's something dead in the vent, the crawl space or
No,
whatever.
I'm sure it's something dead.
Yeah.
I'm like last Monday, I text the bug guy like, "Hey, something's dead in the crawl space. I can smell it." And it takes him like days and days to reply.
Yep.
Finally, he shows up. He goes down into the crawl space. In fact, there is a dead mouse down there.
Dead mouse down there. Yeah.
He comes out with the dead mouse in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
He goes, "There's no way that was causing that smell." And I'm like,
Why are you doing that, dude?
What's wrong with
why
you?
Why are you fucking gaslighting him? You don't have to. It was one of those things where he needed to be right, but he reminds me a lot. He has this energy like the comic book store guy from The Simpsons. It's absolutely preposterous that could have been responsible for the smell underneath your house. There's simply no way that it's like, just fucking shut up.
I'm like,
Just
what is
shut
wrong
up and
with
leave.
you?
Shut up and leave.
I texted you and said, something's dead in the crawl space. I can smell it. You went down there. There was something dead down there. End of story.
End of story. Yeah.
Contract enacted, right? Like the contract for the bug guy, right?
Yeah.
Exercised.
Yeah, I was going to say that
Great.
paid for itself.
Take it away.
You got
It's
paid,
dead.
bucko.
We're done now. I don't need a lecture.
Yeah, don't need a lecture. Don't need your surmising. Eric says hot for teacher. I learned about hot
Whatever.
for teacher the hard way. There was a headline in, you get the headline alerts from newspapers, Seattle Times, who I refuse to actually, I refuse to subscribe to just because their editorial board's a bunch of fucking assholes. But anyway, one of the headlines that came through was Seattle area teacher basically in trouble for having sex with an underage student. I'm like, you're leaving out crucial information here, because the only way that ever becomes a story is when a woman does it to a young boy. And then all the guys are like, well, I don't know, man. That would have been cool when I was that age. Am I right? Am I right? It's not cool.
Are
Not
you
cool.
canceled?
Yeah, I think I just got canceled. Good night, everybody. Good night. I think I'm canceled.
The only show with Stefan and Lori. And now, here are your hosts, Stefan and Lori.
I learned about lack of lube the hard way, crystal meth. Let's see, the police music. Let's see, picture pages, says Carrie. Talking to people, just the tip, says Kathy. Jello, seances, the wet hot hole. Jim's right hand, hot for teacher, missing the hole. Bald eagles liking fish. Enumclaw Elementary School, recorded concerts, Common Core math. Ponds, lawn darts, 70s toys, elections. My mom got it. Learned about elections
Nice.
the hard way. That's good. Love that.
Oh, we were so optimistic that night.
So optimistic. We popped champagne
We
to
did.
toast our
We
first
did.
woman president. Oh, it was going to be
There
phenomenal.
was no way that could go any other way
No, absolutely not.
until it did.
So anyway, speaking of my the top 10 that I just did, which I'll let you guys know when it's released. I just started a new fashion trend. Acid washed blank. Just started a new fashion trend. Acid washed blank. That was never a good idea. Acid wash jeans were, that was more 90s. That wasn't, I was going to try to include that in the 80s, but I don't think acid wash actually really came around until I don't. Tell me if you are with me on this.
Was that the 90s or the 2000s? I don't even know.
Acid wash, I think, started in '89. I don't actually consider '89 to be part of the '80s. Do you? I consider '89 to be part of the '90s because the Berlin Wall fell.
Yeah.
It's like they're like. I feel like the '90s ended when Reagan left office and fucking good riddance, right? But yeah. So that was like 88 or January of 89. And then after that point, I think of 89 as basically being sort of like just a warm up for the 90s, right? What do we got?
Acid wash pubes.
Acid wash pubes. Meat curtains. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, acid wash music, tattoos, undies, marshmallows, butt hair, eyeballs, hair, says my
Brains.
mom. I like it. This is round number 14, so this is yours to judge. Billie Jeans. Says
Acid wash jeans from middle school. Okay, so it was the 80s. Acid wash peeps.
But are you guys with me on the fact that the 89 isn't really the 80s? Not in the way that we think of it.
89 isn't really the 80s, but acid wash is the 80s, right?
Okay, so acid wash did happen in the 80s. All right, well, I just remember that. Nipples, says my dad. That's funny. House paint. Z-Cabarichis. Oh, Z-Cabs. Ladies love the Z-Cabs. Carpet. Acid wash carpet. 89 is not the 80s. Thank you, Christina. Okay, so, dear Laura, who had the funniest response to, I just started a new fashion trend, acid wash, Tom Brady said, acid wash blank. Who had the funniest answer?
That's a good question. I'm going to give it to Kathy for pubes.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Acid wash pubes. Why am I singing about... Wait, this is round 15.
Yes, it is.
The tiebreaker should be round 15.
Let's see. Couples that blank tend to stay... blank more tend to stay together. Couples that blank more tend to stay together. Studies show this is a straight up, like, Bob Eubanks style dating game question or newlywed game, right? Making whoopee. Chicken inspector. Couples that blank more tend to stay together. 69 is definitely not the 70s, says my mom.
That's
is that
true.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, 69 was basically like the dark year. That was the year of Altamont, and like shit started. The Manson murders in 69. Shit started to go terribly, terribly wrong.
Yeah, but
in 1969.
then you can say 99 is definitely not the 2000s. You don't say that because nobody gives a shit about either the 90s. or
Honestly,
the 2000s.
once the 80s were over, all of our distinctive decades were gone. They were simply done. And then after that, it's just in my mind, and maybe it's just my age, my advancing years. But well, I'll ask some folks who are older than I am. My folks, do you guys see really any difference over like the last? Thank you so much. Over the last 23 years, has anything distinctively happened in those decades? I mean, apart from certainly from 2016 on, that's a pretty distinct time. But up to that point, it all just seems like one big wash of time, doesn't it? It's like stuff happened. We got bigger phones. I don't know, stuff like the one thing actually that I think is going to change things, and it's going to change things permanently, and it changed almost overnight, is ChatGPT. I don't want to be right about this. I don't want to be right about this, but I really think it's going to change fucking everything. We'll check back in another 3 years.
Oh, that thing I sent you in Messenger is funny.
Oh, let's see.
It's about ChatGPT.
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 Made it on with faded on dreams. Okay, couples that my mom says it blends. Okay, yeah, I think so too. Couples that like pineapple. Kathy says couples that like pineapple tend to stay together. Have a prenup, finish each other's sentences, eat bacon, swing, divorce, have life insurance, use lube, watch K-dramas, remember the entire cast of The Facts of Life, practice bloodletting, break the law,
Look at browser history.
Have separate homes, says David Salter. Get tattoos of tattoo on the love boat. Stay apart. Don't talk. Oh my God! This is 15? So this is me. Let's see. Have the partners. Okay. Well, I gotta say, Kathy got it. I can't deny that made me laugh out loud. So, like pineapple. Couples that like we of course know this. We know the reason for that. If you don't, Google it. I'm not going to talk about it. I already got canceled once here tonight, people. So, all right. Laura's going to tally things up, and we'll do the tally song.
I'm sorry. That means that Kathy and Scott are tied 4-4.
Kathy and Scott are tied 4-4. Holy cow. Okay, so this one, I guess everybody can answer.
This is a scorcher.
Well, it's an absolute scorcher. This one's coming right down to the wire. As I said earlier, we talked to Scott Coates in the locker room.
Your parents are having an argument in the comments about pooping in the shower.
Oh, not speaking for me, Jim Cox. Okay, all right. So couples that poop in the shower tend to stay together. I don't want to think about any of this. I don't know. Just I'm going to take that and give me the Men in Black pen right now.
Christina, it's your birthday, so of course I'm going to send you some Dr. Pepper Peeps.
It's my birthday today. Time for an epic steal, says Ray, rubbing his hands together. My new hobby, collecting blank on eBay. My new hobby, collecting blank on eBay. All right, so this will be between our dear friends Kathy and Scott, coming right down to the wire. Two incredible champions of this game. Neither is stranger to victory. It all comes down to who wants it more tonight. This is an epic contest. We're going to see who comes across the finish line in this extraordinary show of verbal and comedic prowess here on the only show tonight. In fact, one of these nights, I'm actually just going to start. I'm just going to do the entire show in my sports voice. I'm just going to speak.
Like you used to do the bracket shows in your sports voice.
I did all the bracket shows in my sports voice.
Coming from, oh my God, an incredible upset.
Coming out of the East, the biggest one-hit wonder of the 1980s. Come on, Eileen, surprising everybody with a walk-off.
Exactly right.
Now, let's see. So we're waiting on answers from Kathy and Scott, and then we will all vote on who had the funniest response to my new hobby, collecting blank on eBay. Collecting blank on eBay.
I would collect retired Peep flavors. I would do that.
Okay, so back page periodicals, says Scott Coates. Eric says Beanie Babies. All right, retired Peep flavors.
My stomach hurts. Does that mean I should drink more seltzer or less seltzer?
Can anybody advise? Is there a doctor in the house?
My stomach hurts.
Honest to God, I wish you guys were always around. Can I just keep this camera on all the time? And when we're having conversations where we just need an outside opinion, we need a third opinion to come through. I don't fucking know. I'm not a GI. Do you think Laura needs to drink more or less seltzer if she has an upset stomach?
Oh, less? Okay.
I don't know. Or yeah. Oh, Kathy says less. Okay. So Kathy's response, do we have an answer from Kathy yet? We don't. Coates said back page periodicals, and Kathy says, or does she mean collecting less on eBay? The Cox Show. That's right. It's like the Truman Show. It's us. So we're still waiting on an answer from Kathy, I think, unless, Kathy, tell me if less was your answer. And then, oh yeah, the air bubbles cause bloating. Okay.
Okay.
Still waiting on an answer from Kathy, and we will commence to vote.
Was this more?
So that ad for Miller Lite beer in the 1970s and 80s, where two guys yelling, "Tastes great, less filling. Tastes great, less filling." I thought filling was a thing that you put into beer, and that Miller Lite had less of it, right?
Oh, that makes sense that you would think that.
I was like, what the fuck is filling? Maybe I'll find out someday when I start to drink beer. And I never did. And then, of course, I recognized that it meant it filled you up less. But nobody ever talks about that. Like, nobody has ever, to my knowledge, I've certainly never said, tootling along, having lunch, and go, wow, you know what's great about this sandwich is it's less filling than previous sandwiches. Nobody says that, right? So the ad people just made that up. So I thought filling was like, it was like a filling for your teeth, right? There's less filling, whatever. Anyway, I have no idea.
No, I totally get that.
No idea where to end that bit.
Well, when you're younger, though, you want things that are less filling, so you can drink or eat more of them, right?
So, yeah, exactly. So, let's see. So Scott says back page periodicals, and Kathy says acid wash jeans. Acid wash jeans. Where's my timer?
These are funny answers.
These funny answers. My new hobby, collecting blank on eBay, voting between Scott and Kathy. Or, of course, somebody could just, as Ray, he was rubbing his hands together, delight in great anticipatory delight, thinking that he might walk on and steal tonight.
I wish it was the game day chili chips, but I already had a stomachache before, but long ago.
Although I'm sure they didn't help.
No, I don't think the chips helped.
I don't think the chips helped.
No.
Yeah.
Why am I going in a circle here? I don't know what's happening.
Is it helping?
No, not really. Not really. No, not really. I drink a lot of seltzer though, so now I have to pee and my stomach hurts.
You
so
spin me right
I'm
round,
good.
baby, right round like a reggae. So John Lennon wanted to do an effect in the studio.
Are we giving you motion sickness?
Yeah. John wanted to do an effect in the studio. You know how you have these those cabinets that rotate with sound. John actually
scroll down until you get to Ange's answer.
And so it says 1,800 COVID cards. Nice. Love that. Thank you very much. They're yours. They're yours. Have them. John wanted George to put up some sort of contraption where they would basically tie a rope around John's waist and they'd spin around and he'd be singing around and he'd come around like this. I don't know. John took a lot of drugs. He took a lot of fucking drugs. So, dear Lauro, time is up. Who had the most likes for my new hobby collecting blank on eBay?
Well, Scott and Kathy are tied.
Oh
this
my
means
God.
that they are both winners this week.
Okay, so then we're not going to have a second place tiebreaker. Both Scott and Kathy get prizes this week. Wow, that's never happened before. That is absolutely phenomenal. All right, excellent. Well, congratulations. Hang on, I haven't played this enough. Congrats. Happy 90th birthday to Yoko. Man, that is so fucking cool. I know everybody's like, meh, Yoko. Brr. I think she's great. I love Yoko. Anyway, dear Laura, any final words before we shuffle on?
Apparently, I'm the Yoko of your former band.
I don't think that's true at all.
So what I'm saying is you can become a Yoko without even knowing you're doing it. Like, you can just, one day you can walk into a place and then suddenly you're the Yoko.
Or you could just have asshole friends. That's also
I'm the Yoko.
Distinct possibility.
Did you guys know that? I'm the Yoko.
Happy 80th birthday to George H.W. Bush today, pretty sure. Wait, no, George H. Who's George H?
Is
80th birthday.
George H.W.
Bush is dead. So there's another. George Hamilton is also dead. I'm trying to think about it. What are other George H's?
H.W. is alive, right?
Right, but who's George W.?
George H?
George W. Bush.
Are we keen to guess?
George Harrison?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, George Harrison would have been 80.
Oh, okay. Harrison. Yeah, that makes sense.
Very good, kids. Okay, George Harrison would have been, oh man, he was the sweet Beatle. I loved George Harrison. Just a gentle, delightful, wonderful human being. All right, kids, any final bits of business before we head off into the night?
No, I'm trying to write down everyone who gets peeps in the mail this week.
All right, well, I'm going to prepare Lauro some sort of something to soothe the stomach. We'll all be back on Wednesday for an after show. So
that's a fun show.
That is a fun show. I really, really appreciate everybody who showed up last Wednesday. I thought we had a very nice time. So get your requests together. I'm playing songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and occasionally the 2000s. I'm basically like the radio station in your dentist's office. That's what I am.
Is George Hamilton still alive?
George Hamilton died. George Hamilton.
Was he a vampire?
Surprisingly, not of skin cancer, although probably the tannest man in show business. George Hamilton.
Ray's kettle corn peeps arrived today. Did you try them?
Did you try them? And did you enjoy them? We would love a review. Andrew Garvin, yes. Abraham Lincoln slayed him. All right, kids, we'll see you guys next time. Yes, you had one more thing?
I think you should go out on the Big Rock outro.
Big Rock outro. That's what we'll do. All right. Where is this it? Is that the Big Rock outro? I never remember which one is which here. Or we could go out on Two Funds, One Deer. We've played that in a while. All right, let's do that. Bye, everybody.
I am a man at one with nature. I have a mind uniquely my own, and I will conflate, though I don't want to, things that I've seen that I never want to see again. Like one time I learned there's this video about a cup and a couple of girls and men. Last night I saw a family of deer wander into my yard. It was 2 fawns, 1 deer. Now I know what you're thinking. 2 fawns, 1 deer. That's all I mean to see. It's 2 fawns, 1 deer. That's what it was, but I could not enjoy it at all. No, I could not enjoy it at all. Make no mistake, I never watched it. I only heard about it in vague terms. But now you see, it's ruined everything, even a bucolic fucking nature scene. And so, whoa, simple family of deer walking into my yard. It's just 2 fawns, 1 deer, and nothing else at all. It's 2 fawns, 1 deer. Hey, look how cute they are. It's 2 fawns, 1 deer. Oh, fuck, I'm thinking about it again. No, it's 2 fawns, 1 deer. Fuck you, YouTube. It's 2 fawns, 1 deer. You've ruined my life.